Boerboels. Just wanted to try out our first live here, working with YouTube, getting the feel for this, just trying to figure things out. And as you guys can see, it is actually a beautiful night. We're just kind of hanging out. Right now, I've got Sophie and Tanker here with me, and Tiberius is outside just going potty. So we wanted to hang out and see how everybody's doing tonight. Hopefully, you guys are getting a chance to relax and enjoy your evening. It's kind of a beautiful day. Yeah, and we're actually just trying to figure things out. So, welcome in, and if you guys get a chance to enjoy or join us, we'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, hey Kiki, how you doing, baby? Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, my baby's falling asleep on me, but yeah, overall we're doing pretty good. Yeah, most definitely. So I hope everybody's getting a chance to relax and enjoy their evening. So, most definitely, it is a beautiful day. We are actually just kind of figuring things out. So, let's see what we can do here. Let's see. Let's get Tiberius in here. Hey, buddy, you coming? Yeah, good man. How you doing, big guy? So, this is a live that we do. We like to actually kind of hang out and have some fun. We get people in here each and every day, and you guys get to come in and check out our babies. As you can see, I've got one of my first rescues, my first Boerboel ever, Sophie. She is a 10-year-old Boerboel. She's about 120 pounds. They found her wandering the streets of Hampton, Virginia, just kind of hanging out, doing her thing. Then you got Tiberius here. He's kind of hanging out, doing his thing. So not a bad gig. Somebody's got to do it. Got a Mastiff mix and, of course, a Boerboel, which is a South African Mastiff. Absolutely wonderful time hanging out with these two. So, most definitely hanging out with you guys and having a little bit of fun. Make sure everybody's doing good. So, what do you think, Tiberius? Are you a big baby? Are you a big baby? Yeah, just a big baby, huh? So most definitely. So if you guys are new to us and want to hang out and find out more about our pups, please come hang out. Please feel free to join us and like I said, have fun each and every day. Yeah, most definitely. Start a poll. Let's see here. There we go. We're asking tonight. We're asking tonight. What is your favorite dog? Just want to see if we can actually figure this out and see what everybody comes to. So if you guys get a chance, go ahead, please join us and answer the question. That would be wonderful. Most definitely. There we go. And we're just kind of hanging out. It's not a bad gig. Somebody's got to do it. I know we got our big baby here, Tiberius. He's doing pretty good. Yeah. He is just an absolute sweet baby. He is a wonderful Mastiff mix. We don't know mixed with what, but he is an absolute sweet baby boy. So this guy came to us with some very special circumstances. He was rescued from a wonderful place. Basically, at 3 months old, he was just a puppy. They put a basket muzzle on his face, and at 3 months old, it actually grew into his face, which is absolutely horrific. By the time they took it off, they never took it off until he was about 7 months old. It had to be surgically removed. Since then, Tiberius has been living with us. He's absolutely wonderful. We enjoy spending time with him. He's been doing amazing things, and it's actually been an awesome experience. Yeah, most definitely. So, oh my goodness. So if you guys well, it seems that I don't have anybody in here, and that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, community moderation. There we go. Oh my goodness, Tiberius, what are you doing there, sassy pants? You hanging out, buddy? Yeah. So we're actually figuring things out, and this is, like I said, this is our first experience dealing with YouTube Lives. So welcome. Hoping that everybody gets a chance to kind of hang out with us and enjoy seeing the pups. It's actually not a bad experience. As you can see, Sophie's just kind of doing this thing. She's like, I just want to lie down, Dad. It's just one of those things. So not bad. I mean, it's actually kind of easy to figure out, as you can see. She's such a sweet girl, and it's a lot of fun hanging out with her. She's always been one of my big heart dogs. I loved rescuing her. When she came home with us, she was like pretty much attached at my hip right away. Pretty awesome to see, pretty amazing. Just a wonderful experience. So overall, it's actually been kind of cool. So if you guys are enjoying this, like I said, please feel free, smash that like button, subscribe. Feel free to hang out. Come check out our videos anytime you want. If you have questions about your dogs, dog training, dog health care, anything that comes with dealing with your animals, please don't hesitate to ask. Like I said, we have friends that are all across the country. We know dog trainers who are capable of helping people. We actually have lots of friends that are vets. Also, some good vet technicians. It's always a good experience. So if you get a chance, please hang out. Feel free to join us. We love having days like this where it's just kind of nice and mellow. It does make a difference. Most definitely. Let's see here. What else we got? There we go. Let's see here. Just kind of enjoying it. It's not a bad thing. So, but yeah, what does this button do? Let's figure that out. Highlight, save to your channel as unlisted video for the last 5 minutes. Oh, even better. Yeah, we're just kind of doing our thing. What is this? Oh, it's got a light. Okay, never mind. I don't need that button. But yeah, but yeah, like I said, we actually do this. We're going to start doing lives on here pretty regularly. So we hope that we can actually help some people out, get them some assets that would actually provide them with assistance with their babies each and every day. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We are always here. We're willing to answer questions. Hit us up in the private comments. We would love to be able to provide you of some kind of assistance if necessary. It would be our pleasure, and we would love to be able to do that. So if you have questions about whether it's about pack integration, dogs, dog training, service dogs, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to ask. We're always here. We're willing to answer those questions. And it does make things easy. This is where you get to see a lot of us. And the thing I like about the live type settings, it's unfiltered. This is not something where I can save a recording and push it out to you later. You actually get to see my animals in place in a live setting where you can see that, hey, I'm not joking around. Hey, this is really what's going on here. And you can get a better understanding. It's not the social media where you cut, splice videos and change things with AI and do all this other crazy stuff just for a social media setting. This is, you actually get us, not necessarily somebody else, which actually makes it pretty cool. So if you get a chance, please come on in, hang out, and enjoy your time, because we love spending time with people. We love helping out, and we love doing what we can. So, and as you can see, we got Her Royal Highness Princess Grandma Sophie just kind of hanging out there, doing really good. And if you look over here, you got Tank doing really good. He's actually having a lot of fun. So most definitely. And as you can see, then you go to Tiberius, who's my Mastiff mix. We don't know what it is, but one of these days we're going to find out. But yeah, we absolutely adore all three of these babies. They do make such a difference in our lives, and it does make such a much of an improvement to our house. So just for you guys to have some insight, for those of you guys who haven't seen us from TikTok or other platforms, we do have 11 dogs, of which 7 are Mastiff breeds. So I have 5 Boerboels. I have Tiberius, who is a Mastiff mix. And then I also have a Cane Corso mix. So absolutely wonderful babies. And then we have our wonderful Wookiee. We have an Arthur. We have an old-time English Bulldog, and then we have a German Shepherd. So it's actually kind of cool that we get to do that. It actually does make a difference. So if you guys have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Type them up in the chat. We definitely love seeing different people each day. It does make a difference, and it does help out. As you can see, we're all just kind of hanging out here, having a little bit of fun, and we're going to actually have to start growing this account and having a little bit of fun with it. So this is actually kind of cool because we get to do so many different things with our dogs and actually show you what they're like in our house each and every day, and it makes a big difference. So hope everybody's having a great day and getting a chance to relax. Hope everybody's getting an opportunity to spend some time with their family, and I hope it makes a difference. So Most definitely. What do you think, Tank? Are you doing pretty good, buddy? You hanging in there, big guy? He's like, well, yeah, kind of, but not really. Just kind of hanging out, huh? Yeah. Is it tough? You want to tell me about it? Did you talk to HR? Did you? Sophie's like, nobody's talking to HR. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a chat with them. That's not okay. So, but for those of you guys who don't know, this is what we like to do, just so you guys get a chance to see our babies and get a chance to get familiar with them. We try to keep it as clean as possible. We don't talk about politics. We don't have discussions about other types of subjects. We actually want to just engage people for who they are and their love of animals. That's how this room is, and there is no judgment here. Sometimes we all make mistakes, and quite frankly, that's the reality of life. If the more so we come to understand that, the better off we are. Yep, I know. And it's absolutely kind of crazy. So what do you think, Tiberius? You doing good, buddy? You hanging in there? Yeah. Just a big baby, huh? Are you a big baby? Yeah. But like I said, overall, we do have a lot of fun, and it is always a good experience because we get to spend time with these guys. So today I want to talk about bonding, and I want to see how many people actually do a lot of different things with bonding. Each and every day, there are multiple types of ways that you can actually work to bond with your dogs, whether it's a brand new puppy at your house, whether it's a rescue coming in, whether it's a dog coming from a breeder who's a couple years old. There's always good ways to do that. One of the easiest ways to do that is to, especially with the rescues that are coming into your house, is to set aside time, one, to figure out what the dog is comfortable with. You got to remember when you're dealing with that, you got to deal with the rules of 3 days to decompress, 3 days or 3 weeks to get comfortable, and 3 months to finally feel like they're at home, where they don't have a worry about whether or not they're going to leave again. So when you're dealing with a rescue, it's something that's actually kind of critical, and you want to make sure that you pay close attention to it. Some dogs aren't going to be as friendly as others. Now, I hope that when you go in and you do your selection, you figure out, hey, do I have to deal with a dog that's going to be dealing with other dogs at the house? How is that interaction going to happen? How is it going to take place? Do you have to be cautious? Do you have to be ready? Could there be a dog fight? Not intentional, obviously, but could it happen? Well, yeah, of course. All those things can happen. One of the easiest ways to make sure that you are actually doing the best that you can, especially when you bring a dog in right off the bat, you want to bring them in, and a little bit at a time, you want to introduce them to the other pup. And especially, you've got to work it into the rules of 3 days to decompress. You've got to figure a rescue situation where a dog is coming to you from a rescue or a shelter, you have to figure there's going to be a significant amount of trauma. There's going to need to be some type of rehabilitation, whether it's calming sessions where the dog is just lying down and it's okay to be bored, or you're going to wear the dog out by running them, running them, running them, running them, running them. It's all going to depend on the breed of dog that you have. Really? We might need to chat, you and me, but I mean, and that's just reality. So one of the things that you also want to make sure that you pay attention to is that you actually have an opportunity to sit back and figure things out with, how am I going to feed them? What am I going to feed them? What kind of activities are we going to do together? So one of the best ways to actually work with your dog and in a bonding situation, we found, whether it's working with your rescues or working with your puppies from breeders, one of the best things is if the dog is food motivated, ditch the dish. It's a hand feeding method where you're training the dog, teaching the dog basic obedience, whether it's sit, down, recall, so on and so forth, place, leave it, whatever the case may be. And each time building on those as you go. We do that pretty regularly at our house. So every morning when we're doing our normal lives, we actually do a lot of that type of activity. We actually show Tuscany, who actually is doing obedience and advanced obedience. We also show Chianti, who is actually our youngest Boerboel. Tank, leave it, buddy. Don't even think about it, young lady. You are not that girl. Trust me. So we do that on a regular basis and we figure that stuff out pretty regularly. So, and it works really well for us because we get to see a lot of this stuff that's going on. One of the nice things that we get to see how our dogs are interacting. That helps with the bond. When you're doing training and you're feeding them, they're starting to build trust in you, and you're feeding them by hand. They're actually learning that, hey, if I'm working with this guy, I'm going to build trust with him because I know this guy's going to give me food. I'm going to do what he asks me to do. Sometimes it's something as simple as using the food as a lure, doing a drag and a sit, doing down, doing your recall. All these things take time. Time, consistency, a regular schedule will help you with that. Now, mind you, one of the nice things about Ditch the Dish and doing a dog training session with your pup, it only takes about 20 minutes. So you could do that twice a day, do it with breakfast and do it in the evening. That's going to help with your bonding sessions for the day with your dog. As that bond grows stronger, you're going to find yourself wanting to bond more and more. Now, when you want to take that next step, if you have a dog that is toy motivated, go out there and throw a ball around and play fetch. That is one of the easiest ways that you can actually take a dog that is toy motivated or frisbee motivated or whatever the case may be. You can play tug of war with a dog. That is actually something that they really enjoy. Those types of bonding experiences, those are priceless, and that will help the mental health of your dog in so many different ways. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Tank was a rescue. He was one of the Petco rescues that nobody ever thought that they would come across. He actually came to us. He had so many worms, so many issues. He also has vision problems. So, yes, he has special needs. Sophie was actually found walking the streets of Hampton at 18 months old, as a Boerboel, by the way, um, with a fully prolapsed uterus. She had a broken chain around her neck and she almost did not survive. So it was kind of scary. She had actually been through the run of the mill. She was going to be a puppy mill for all intents and purposes, which is actually kind of scary. You don't do that with a Boerboel at 18 months. First off, growth plates haven't fused yet. You haven't done your health checks. You haven't done all the additional stuff that needs to go with it, especially if you're going to be an ethical breeder. You're going to be breeding for some dogs with papers through different registries, whatever the case may be. There are so many different things you've got to go through. Now, with that being said, she had been through the ringer. She had had 3 surgeries. She was in a very loud shelter. When she came home to us, it took her a while to open up. The rules of 3 at that point in time, I'm sorry, we had to throw those out the window because with her, it took a lot longer to get her to come out of her shell and get her to start to feel comfortable in our home. So now I've had her here for what? She's almost 10 years old, an absolutely stunning baby girl, just a sweet, big baby girl. And she's made such a big impact in our house. One of the nice things about Sophie, when I retired from the military, that's when we got her. When I retired from the military, she actually came out, or she was actually here when I started having to go through all my different surgeries and different procedures that happened after I retired. I had to have 5 major surgeries and over 30 procedures in a span of less than 2 years. So with that being said, there was a lot of physical therapy, lots of occupational therapy, things that had to happen to help me recover from those surgeries. She would not leave my side any of that time. So one of the things that was really cool, my wife literally would have to drag her out of bed to go eat, to go drink, to go potty. She would not leave my side. She had to be with me, otherwise she just wasn't happy. So when you start thinking about once you've bonded with your dog, you think about how important that bond is, not just to you, but how important that bond is to your dog as well. The fact that she would not leave my side, that pretty much should say it all. These guys, if you give them what they need and you help them with their daily requirements of what they need, whether it's exercise, whether it's enrichment, whether it's mental exercises, whether it's training, whether it's just snuggles and cuddles. Let's just say it's that too. If you give them that, you'll be surprised at how good a companion these guys can be for you. I'm going to be honest with you. I am a Boerboel lover through and through. Sophie started this madness. I now have 5. Absolutely over the moon with them. I think they're an amazing dog. They can be trained in so many ways to do so many different things, whether it's retrieving your medication, whether it's doing so many other things. These guys can do pretty much everything that you need. Oh, and that would be my sister. So, yes. But yeah, so these guys can do so many different things to help each and every day. And does it make a difference? Most definitely it does. It helps in so many different ways. So we are very happy to help you along your way and along your journey if this is something that you're interested in. And I would highly encourage you that if that is something you're interested in, check it out. Do us a favor. Thanks for your time tonight. We've been on now for about 20 minutes. I know it's our first live, so we look forward to seeing you all again here soon. It's been a great time, and I hope you guys learned something from this. It is one of those things that we just can't say enough about. Have a great night, everybody.